Welcome to Jacksonville, Alabama, a hidden gem a few miles from the border of Georgia and home to the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State, where these fans are fired up for this showdown about to play out on Burgess Snow Field. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Maryland Terrapins taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Gamecocks will put toe to leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Terrapins offense will get the first crack at it here. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed, he's got power, he's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So Jacksonville State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be peeking that way from the free safety position.
Yeah, he's been watching the film. This dude in the middle, man, he can light people up. So you can't tiptoe. You got to be aggressive and run in there. But this is a pretty interesting matchup today.
And I love safeties that make receivers think. Make them know they're going to be there over the middle of the field, and you better think twice about catching that football.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Throws to the tight end. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Open space at the 25. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's got him wide open.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Makes a grab over the middle. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. They move the tight end all over. They give him the rock again on second and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 78 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll go to the ground. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on third down to avoid doing it again. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
He's got great speed. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages. Because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here.
All kinds of running room. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And I know in talking to their offensive coordinator this week, he talked about getting this guy lathered up and going. They know that once he's got some momentum, he's really hard to stop. One of the top 10 rushers right now.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecock.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Quickly out to the tight end. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. The Terrapins will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll bring it back. It's Hutchinson. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Coming after it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the red zone, looking for a space. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Firing to the right, complete.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like,
oh, look out! And he's brought down after a huge completion. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Movement here from the tight end. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Escapes the... And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. That's caught. It's long. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the refs. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. They're bringing heat. Stands in and takes the hit. Makes the grab on the right. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it down 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get...
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
To the ground with the back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Quickly to the tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Really putting together a threat now. They've got the first. He's at the 37. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Going up top on 1st down. He'll take a deep shot here. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting first. Sends it downfield. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And he makes the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's long. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Here's 1st and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. Snapped it in the shotgun. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
38, Maryland, 3.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Give to the running back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Jacksonville for an entertaining first half than you? And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's head back to the guys at JSU Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Terrapins will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hutchinson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just made...
Oh, picked off. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The give to the tailback. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Maryland! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position.
That killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the route is on. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Looking to go up top on first down. Got his man down the middle. Still on his feet at the 45. Nothing but green ahead. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Terrapins!
What an example of this quarterback just putting his offense on his back. Drop back, wanted to throw the ball downfield. Nobody open, no problem. Extend the play, buy himself some time, and then take off with his legs to score that touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Kennesaw State went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Owls team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Getting some heat. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Terrapins send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Catch in the middle. It's Melton. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
He makes the connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. He's got 93 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone,
gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
that is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got 2nd and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got 3rd and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's 1st down from the 38. Looking down the middle, and wings it incomplete.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator, because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Throwing right. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Terrapins decide to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Complete.
The 2nd down pass, complete to the back. No gain on the play.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. He'll set up to throw. still on his feet at the 25. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He's got 99 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Gamecocks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Hand off from the shotgun. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Leaves it with the back. Touchdown, Jacksonville State, and the pummeling has started. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
You got to love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the 4th quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Terrapins will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Slips through the line. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop. Why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll leave it with him. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
65, Maryland, 17.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
This might be an opportunity, too, Bruce, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Second down coming up.
Second down.
Brown wants to pass. Back open in the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
For the offense.
He wants to throw. Feeling some heat. Makes the grab. It's Van Dyke. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs.
That's the first down for the offense.
He's right on target. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. Comes out throwing on first down. They're trying to get to it. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.